Hi, my name is Megan Millender, and this is the 17th video installment of Megan Millender Does the NHL. Round 1, full of surprises, is now over, and the conference semifinals have begun. Games 1 and 2 for all 8 teams have been played, a few series tied, and a few teams are down 2-0. Goaltending has been a huge part of the postseason this year, starting with the Philadelphia Flyers and Boston Bruins. Philly surprised everybody with a win against the New Jersey Devils, but they've been struggling against Boston, and a lot of that is thanks to Tuukka Rask. I'm actually glad to see him in net rather than Tim Thomas. I don't think Tim Thomas could have pulled out a win over the Sabres like Tuukka Rask did. Though Rask has done a lot for this team, Tuukka Rask is by no means an island. Another player that's been doing really well in this series for the Philadelphia Flyers is Daniel Briere. I've seen a lot for him. If they're going to take this series and if they're going to advance, I guarantee you we're going to see a lot more from him. Detroit has now fallen to San Jose twice in the Shark Tank. What happened to the Detroit Red Wings we saw in the first round? What happened to that tight defense and conservative offense that won them so many games? What happened to Valtteri Filppula? I haven't seen near as much from him as I wanted to. And not only that, Jimmy Howard, you really surprised me in round 1. Didn't know what I'd see from you, seeing as how you were a rookie going into your first postseason. But I haven't seen that same style goaltending in the second round that I saw in the first. I'd like to feel like I'm watching a playoff game. I'd like to see more offense from this team, and you can't always bank on Danny Boyle to score your game winners for you. Pittsburgh Penguins and Montreal Canadiens. With the play we saw from Game 1, you'd think Pittsburgh would have no problem advancing to the next round, but Yaroslav Halak, once again, goaltending's coming up big, and Yaroslav Halak has been phenomenal for this team. He's bailed his team out whenever it counts, and Montreal's been able to find Twine just in time. In Game 2 of the series, there's no doubt that Pittsburgh was out-shooting, outplaying, and out-skating the Montreal Canadiens. But with Halak getting big in the net and Montreal blocking as many shots as they were, it made it difficult for Pittsburgh's offense to get fired up like they usually do. There have been a few key players in Pittsburgh that I really like and that I love watching play, one of them being Ponikarovsky. I think he flies a little bit more under the radar, and he's not a big sniper like Malkin or Crosby is, but he still plays a key role in this team. Winning Game 2 is crucial for the Habs since they will be home for Games 3 and 4, but I think the Pens could easily take one, if not both of those. Chicago Blackhawks and Vancouver Canucks. Now Chicago has an all-star offense, but not an all-star team. Since the return of Brian Campbell, I haven't seen as much from him as I've honestly wanted to. Not only is he a phenomenal defenseman, but he's a leader on this team, and now he's doing about as much as Raffi Torres did for the Buffalo Sabres. During the Olympic break, Patrick Kane was one of the players for Team USA that I could honestly give or take, which made me wonder about what his play was going to be like in the postseason. But during the playoffs this year, he's come up big offensively for this team. Not only that, but him and Sharp. They both drive hard to the net, and they take shots because a shot on goal is never a bad play. Like I stated before, I think net mining is going to be very important in these series, and I'm excited to see how round 2 turns out. But until next time, my name is Megan Millender, and I just did the NHL.